Well, that report from Tewa Sigbayema sets the tone for our discussion segment today, talking about the Nigerian Handball Federation. Of course, the players are in camp at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, putting finishing touches to their preparation ahead of the IHF African Championship. Of course, it's Zone 3 taking place in Lomé, Togo, from the 7th to the 11th of April. The players are actually in camp now, putting finishing touches to their preparation on the 18 and on the 20 team. They go to the tournament as defending champions. They'll travel on the 4th of April. The competition begins from the 7th to the 11th of April. We expect this team, after so much training, after so much, putting all the things together, all the modalities together by the federation, we expect this team to fly the country's flag. Joining us in the studio is the president of the Handball Federation of Nigeria, Saidu Jibril. Great to have you join us on the program today.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Great work you're doing for handball. So far, so good. You just turned up as the president, and we're seeing these players going for major competitions now. Talking about the cadet and the under-20 competition, just take us through the IHF trophy. What does it mean for these players to take part in this competition? Let's just start from there before we look at how the camp has been going through at the moment. Let's just talk about the competition itself for Nigeria. What does it mean for the under-18 and under-20 players to take part in this competition?
Well, thank you very much for having me in your studio. Yeah. My name is Jibril Saidu. I want to first of all give the highlight of what the IHF entails.
Okay.
IHF, as the name implies, is International Handball Federation, which is the main body, international body that covers every one of us who are affiliate member. Then we have the CAF, Confederation African Handball. The IHF deem it necessary that those countries that are a bit deficient, they ensure that they create this tournament in such a way that they grow from this regional tournament to continental before they go to international. When you qualify, now you now go for the IHF World Cup, Youth World Cup. And it's a plus for Nigeria because we've been participating in this tournament, and Nigeria has been a continental champion as I'm talking to you. And IHF particularly has interest in Nigeria, and they know Nigeria is a growing nation, and they even told us that we're a big nation and we don't have an excuse to say why we cannot develop. Nigeria is just like China. They equate Nigeria to China, and by so doing, we are supposed to produce youth at every interval. And that is why we came up after inauguration that our cardinal objective is youth development. We are going grassroots, and the only way to go is grassroots. When you look at even the football, the way things are going in football, you discover that youth are taking over football, not the older people. And the same thing handball is all about. So we've given this opportunity to let our youth grow so that we'll now have people that will be injected into the senior national team that will give us more highlights and more support. So IHF is a supportive tournament for all handball nations in the world.
Okay, fantastic. Now let's talk about the camp itself. The players are in camp on the 18 team and on the 20 team. The routines and the training and the coaches you have at this level to prepare these players. How were those players scouted? I know handball has one of the best leagues in Nigeria when it comes to sports. Even handball can compete with basketball and football when it comes to league. Your league is one of the best. So just take us through how those players were scouted, how those players were discovered for them to be good enough for them to be featuring for the country at the under 18 and on the 20 level. And how did the coaches were selected?
Well, the selection of the players were done during tournaments. Like the league, the normal tournament that zones play. Then the school tournaments and any youth tournament that handball is involved in. So that is where we're able to catch them young. And when we got them, when this opportunity comes in, we invited them. Like the number of players invited for this was about 52. You have about 28 both sides for the boys and the under 18 and the under 20. The reason why is to ensure that you don't throw away the good hands and believing that you know this. So we gave them all equal opportunity to come and prove themselves in camp. By so doing, the coaches will now sieve and see what they really want that will fit in their program. And that is what is presently happening in the camp. And for the coaches, the selection was based on experience. And we know that some of these coaches are IHF license C, license D, and license B. And we don't just do with anyhow person because you don't bring somebody that at the end of the day you start lamenting why is this so. We check for people those who are tested and trusted.
Because coaching a youth team and a senior team are two different things,
Yes. Because these are people like, they are just like kindergarten, because they're under 18 are cadets.
True.
So they are just children, and by so doing, they need coaches that are good into youth development.
True.
So and we bring in those who are good into youth development. When it gets to the senior, we know how we take care of them, because you know, the hand you handle the elder is not the same you handle with kids.
True.
So as by so doing, we're very careful on the type of coaches we do available.
Yeah. So we've seen the reports there. Of course, you went to visit them in camp. Just take us through how the camp has been, wrong, the support from the National Sports Commission and from the Handball Federation, also the logistics in camp, how the players are being geared up, because you were there to inspire them, to tell them that this is a platform for you to take and showcase yourself, to have a stake in Nigerian handball, for you to have a chance in the national team. What did you really tell them when you get to the camp, and how are they receiving what the platform you've created for them in this camp?
I think the major support we can give to players is motivation.
Okay.
Whether word-wise, financial-wise, material-wise, or whatever way, because athletes want to be motivated. And the key thing they want is that motivation is to be given that platform to say you are invited to the national camp to come and partake. Be among the best. And then they felt that at least among the best, I am one of them.
True.
So
that's
it's already a motivation to them.
Okay.
And come tomorrow, they feel so superior among their
wearing green, white, green.
Very good. So even attending the national camp is a glory to some of us.
Okay.
Because when we're coming up, that is our dream.
Yeah.
To just be even in the national camp, not to talk of traveling with the team.
Okay.
So giving them opportunity, that we now ensure that we provided a conducive accommodation, which the NSC was very, very instrumental.
Okay.
Because the Jonathan High Performance is for sportsmen and women.
Okay.
And at least the place is conducive.
Okay.
And if you say you are going out to go and get a hotel, you know the security threat in the country today.
Okay.
But where they are is security covered.
Okay.
And secondly, we have the ambit of having lesser money to pay.
Just move straight to the court,
Much. And secondly, the boys are so happy that the feeding accommodation in the accommodation there is okay. Because I keep asking them, how do you enjoy your food? Do you have any problem? And they complain, the caterer is trying to do very well. And if the atmosphere within the camp is conducive for them, which means their training ability will be very, very okay. And they are very, very ready to go. Because the boys are enthusiasts. They are very willing, and all of them are, I think the competition in the camp is so high. The morale very, very high among all of them, and they are happy. Even when I ask them, when I visited, I said, I hope the camp, you are not being tense, are not being coerced. So they say, no, they are comfortable and they are very happy. All they need to do, they are focused to see who and who will be selected to wear the green and white colors, so that at the end of the day, Nigeria will get the glory. Absolutely. It's for Nigeria to get the glory. It's for Nigeria to do well at the Zone 3 Africa Championship. Of course, it's for under 18 and under 20 cadet, and of course the youth side. Talking about the competition itself, Nigeria has won this competition before. How do we rate our own performance going to the IHF? Because you already mentioned that we've won the competition before. We have tough teams. We're going to meet the Ghanaians and what have you, and of course the Ivorians also. But rate our performance at the IHF before in the past. This set of players, what do you think they can bring into this competition compared to the quality the other countries in the Zone 3 the way they are rated? Well, I have not been privileged to see the other teams. IHF is a routine tournament that you don't rotate players. Yes, because under 18, under 20, they don't accept cheating in underage. Anything that affects cheating, I think the president of the federation will pay for it dearly. And not even talk of even the country itself will be sanctioned, because they are very strict and they support you in some areas. They feed you there when you go to the tournament. They accommodate you, so that they reduce your financial burden when you get to that tournament. That alone is a respite for you to be able to see how you can do. So for other countries, I can really not tell, but I want to believe my own country is my #1 priority. And like we went to Kigali, we never had any opportunity to go for any friendly or any international outing. But our first appearance proved so much to so many people. And the almighty Algeria, who never thought Nigeria was anything, were brought down by the same young lads. So it's the same thing. I'm very positive that these boys are equal. As far as it's a game of 7 and 7 and the court of handball, I think the people we have, they are very spirited. And all of them are hard-working players. And I'm very confident that will get there and get the glory for the country.
Yeah, tactically, you've seen the players, the defenders, analyze the quality in the team.
Defense, I got a positive statement from the coach and telling me that, sir, I can bet you some of these boys, their defense is even more mobile than the senior team you took to Kigali.
Oh, wow, okay.
Wow, that is good. They say these boys are mobile. They are not stagnant. They are mobile, and what we really need is a mobility. When you are mobile, it will be difficult for your opponent to think that slightest opportunity he or she want to penetrate. It will be difficult for him.
Okay.
So in that light, I know we want to believe that the coach are doing their best and they are putting all things together, crossing the T and dotting the I to ensure that all things are gotten there by the teams and the boys themselves. And the boys know what is at stake for them.
Yeah.
They are very, very positive and they want to see that Nigeria color is flying low.
Yeah. We can't wait for those boys to fly the country's flag at the highest level at that Zone 3 IHF competition taking place in Lome. So, but I'm going to ask you this now. What would you call a success story? What will you call an achievement for those boys? Because I don't know when you went to Kigali, Rwanda, you had set goals for the senior side. But this on the 18, on the 20 side, like in football, we say it's not just about winning, but you want to see these players rise to the next level. So, what from the federation's point of view and from an individual point of view, because I know you've managed the senior team in time past before you became the president, what would you call a goal for them? What would you call an achievement? What are the set goals you've given to this coach and the players to achieve in this competition?
Well, it's a progression achievement, I will call it, because the present under 20 are progression of the previous under 18.
Good.
And that gives them majority, I think nearly 95% of them are in this under 20 squad.
Okay.
And that's the same thing that will happen to the present team, because this under 20, some of them, we are seeing them becoming some of the senior national team.
Good.
Because that is the intention, that we get people who will advance to the next stage positively. Not just feeling that, oh, I'm just coming after under 20, I become redundant and nothing else to do. No. And some of them, we are looking up to them to see that they get a greener pasture outside this country, because there are teams, there are scouts that are looking for some of them. And I know Lome will be an avenue for that opportunity. If you may know, we have an agent in this country too, in person of Aminu Ibrahim, who is an agent of IHF. And they are all their eyes are on ground for teams looking for viable players. Like the team we have, height is an advantage in handball. And we're very lucky to have these lads. They have good heights. Yeah. And they have the requirement that it really team need. All they need to do is to build up. And by the time they build up, they go to gym, have an advancement in the game of handball. I think by the time you know it, some of them will leave the shores of this country. And that will be a plus for us, because by the time we are going for any international engagement, we have players to rely on to say, okay, please come and join the team. We're inviting you. Nigeria is going for so team. Like a boy sent a message from Germany that is a Nigerian father that is carrying a green passport, that he wants to play for Nigeria in this under 20. Wow. And one of the coaches sent to me, I said, okay, that is Mr. Cosmos, our media officer. Yeah. I said, send him, give him my number. If you want to partake, let him come and join the camp. Fantastic. He's a Nigerian, he's invited. So last time we had equal same opportunity. Some people, a player called us from Spain that is a Nigerian, he wants to come and join the camp. So these are opportunities that we are not aware of them being even outside, but with the way Nigeria is exposing its players and the way we attend the tournament, I think it's giving everybody the opportunity to say, I want to belong. I want to don the colors of that country, Nigeria, green, white, green. Even while we don't value what we have, but people outside absolutely what we have. And I want to believe that the quality of players we have, they will not just stay there, they will progress from stage to stage until we get the best we want in this world. Because our dream is to be in the World Cup. And by surely, with the quality of material we are breathing, we are sure of being there before the end of the tenure in this federation. Absolutely.